Let me tell you about an incident happened in my office, a moment basically. Two of my colleagues were having lunch. I joined them little late, and I just offered them few chips, potato chips. One of the colleague, he just said no this way, nodding his head like this, no. um, then another colleague, he reacted saying, I mean, he just cracked a joke like he was working in Singapore and there are many Indians. Like one of his Indian friend, when asked, I mean, when he react in similar situation, like telling yes, he does like this, and when telling no, he does like this. So it was fun, and he said like many Indians are there in Singapore. So I said yes. I think Tamil is the official language of Singapore. There are sizable Tamil population living there. So we started discussing about the languages. Okay, so they asked me how many languages are there in India. I said it will be. I mean, I don't have the correct number, but it will be more than 4,000 languages in India, and 22 are official languages, which you can find on the notes of Indian notes. So the 2,000 languages, I said yes. And there are languages that got extinct. I mean, very few people are there who can speak, and those people are not there. So along with them, this language got extinct also. It's there in paper, but nobody is there to speak and tell and teach. So those languages are not there. So more than 2,000 languages are there. Yeah, that, I mean, again, out of curiosity, asked me how many languages on average Indian know. I said minimum three languages should be there, because in our schools we have read three languages, three languages, like first language, second language, third language. Minimum three languages should be knowing, and there are possibilities that Indians might be knowing more than 5 6 languages, more than that, but not less than three, I would say. So they are very curious, and they asked me. They are very curious, and they asked me more about the languages. I said, so there is. I said about the world language family. I mean, how many families are there? How they have segregated the languages based on the common lineage and all. So I said Sanskrit is one of the oldest speaking and language that belongs to Indo-European language family, and it's very scientific in nature. So they said, what scientific you are talking about? I said the AI we are working on, or it's developing. So in few scientists are suggesting to design it by using the Sanskrit language, because it's very scientific, and the research paper is also there. The Western people, they are learning Sanskrit. They got to know the importance of Sanskrit, how because of its scientific nature. I said, what scientific? Can you just give me some examples? I said, example, okay, just see, in English, we are saying, I am going. If you just jumble the words like going, I am, or going, am I, so the meaning itself changes. Okay. So, but in Sanskrit, it never changes. I don't know the much Sanskrit, but aham gachami, and that's what I said. If I jumble the words like gachami aham, the meaning remains same. Whatever the sentence may be, if you jumble up the words, the the meaning carries the same. He got, he liked it. I said, oh, that much scientific it is. Yes, it's very scientific. The grammar is written long before, maybe some 6th century BC. One rishi, rishi named Panini, he has written the grammar. The proper grammar is there for Sanskrit. Along with that, you see, I mean, it's again, we can say it's very scientific. I would take one more example here. Just see, suppose we humans, the languages, how did it developed based on our emotions, based on our feelings, how we sounded. Like from there, our all languages have been developed. So if you see, yeah. So before that, I discussed about the linkages of different languages, Indo-European languages with the Sanskrit. Like in Sanskrit, the mother is called matru. Then it's in Greek and Latin it's mater. So it's the same type of the it's similarities there among most of the languages of this same Indo-European family. Then the discussion went very deep. Then we just started discussing like, okay, tell me, suppose there is no languages, we didn't have any language, so how are we going to communicate? It will be like through expressions, maybe through some sounds. Okay, just imagine that there is a dog, and how will they communicate with each other, the mother or the child? I mean, when the child receives the affection, the love from its mother, so how is it going to sound? Like something like that. I mean, that comes from the affection. Okay, so that that sound is there in every word that we describe as mother. Like mother, even mother aim is there. If you see that mother word in most of the languages, be it Chinese also, be it Greek, Latin, French, Hindi, Sanskrit, even in Arabic also. Arabic, I think it is okay. So that is the sound. Okay, from our feelings, from our emotions, whatever sound comes, right? So that gets converted to some. We have designed that word in that way, but the root, the basic sound remains the same in all the languages. That's how it developed. Then later on we discussed about the importance of Sanskrit. Why should we learn that? It's very, very important language. I mean, I have learned Sanskrit, but it's very long before. I don't we don't study, we don't speak, read, or you can say we don't use that language. We just studied in our school days just to score some number. We are not knowing the importance of Sanskrit, but Sanskrit is very very scientific. Every Indian, everybody should learn. But I can pitch for my for all Indians. All the kids should learn Sanskrit. It will, what it will do, it will just it will empower your vocabulary, your very natural. It will give you confidence while speaking. It will purify your the purity will come from your mouth. Okay. So if you know Sanskrit, you can learn many languages. That you will develop that capability. Your vocabulary will be very strong. You can learn our ancient texts, the original text written in Sanskrit. If you translate, you may not know the proper meaning of those scripts, whatever it's written. But if you know Sanskrit, if you are learning it in Sanskrit, you may better understand what these texts convey you. So it has many advantages. I may not be able to express all these things, but it's very important. I mean, I feel like I'll wrap up everything. I'll close my laptop. I'll close my laptop and I'll start learning Sanskrit. So Sanskrit is that important. But definitely I'll spend my time in learning Sanskrit. We are planning of designing a project so that Sanskrit can be learned by our children. There are many online tools available. People have one of the tool is this HyperQuest. He has designed some courses, and there are many Sanskrit teachers also available. But I encourage everybody to learn Sanskrit. See you in next video. Thank you very much.